Man, I just got home. It's been a long day. Had a lot of shit going on. A lot of crap going on over on UFO Twitter too. Uh, guess what Disclosure Tonight, Thomas Fessler show said some stuff. I posted a video about it. Basically said like Tuba and Panda, these guys are getting paid. They're in like damage control mode. Like, come join our space and we'll bring you in. It's so pathetic to watch, dude. Uh, I think these guys like Fessler and them, they're too smart to fall for it. Like they were on the show, on the episode of Disclosure Tonight, they were kind of laughing at Burleson. Like, dude, how could you be so gullible to join this space? But they had a space going, and they were like tagging Fessler and the people that run Disclosure Tonight. Like trying to get them to join, like, come hang out, bro. We love your show, Panda. You're so phony, dude. Like everyone's only your like minion like simps or don't see that shit. Like dude, you're scrambling. Like everyone can see it. It's called damage control. Notice Tupa wasn't around. It was just Panda in there. And the only people that joined is I guess one of the producers did join. I'm assuming they like, were talked and were like, what are we gonna do about this little goon that never shuts up about people, but all of a sudden wants to be our friend. And they probably sent like one of them to talk to him because one guy did come in and talk to him. But when I looked in there, it was UFO Shane, Panda, and Chase, and that was it. And it's just like, dude, you Tupa crew goons. Like Chase is so simple, he doesn't even realize dude probably didn't even see the episode of Disclosure Tonight. He's just like, oh, a space. I'm gonna go in here and fight with people. Like, and he's sitting right in the middle of like everything. It's just funny. Like what all the stupid shit that has been going on. What in my opinion, what's happening is these guys are getting exposed and they're crumbling. They're making they got me in a space this morning and oh man, they were twisting my words like I was robbing people. I just laugh. I don't care what you goons think or say. Like if it makes you feel better to think I'm like running around robbing like old ladies and stuff at night, you can think that. I don't care. Like I told Chase that when he tried spinning that shit. Dude, I opened up to that guy because I thought he was my friend. So like I let him in, and I in some DMs I talked to him about how uh, my I want my sponsor to see weed gummies. But I was explaining to him how I'm in the same situation every month, so it's just the stresses of being poor. But I was explaining to him how like I got bills coming up and shit, and dude, I'm just ranting, like I'm just venting. Because sometimes you need someone to talk to. And I was explaining how I had bills coming up, and like a lot of times the only way I can fill the gap between my income and the bills at the end of the month is through like um, not always the most honest methods, like hitting licks, boosting, shit like that. That's how I've always gotten it when I needed it. Like that's how I grew up. So they twist that into like and to me, it's hustling, is what we call it. Like sometimes you gotta hustle. And that's basically what I was telling him. Like, I don't want to have to do this anymore. Like, I want to be able to make content, be creative, and find another way where I can fill the gap. Like, I know I'm gonna still have to work a job and everything, but there's got to be other ways to fill that gap than to be, dishonest and stuff. But Chase took that shit and once like we disagreed in that space, he tried to like weaponize that. Like, you telling me some wild shit? Don't you even start, bro. I'll post this. It's like, dude, I'll just tell everyone that what I was telling you. I was telling the guy like, fuck, bro, man, I don't want to have to go hit another lick. Like, I'm tired of having to do this shit. And that was like turned against me, which sucks. It sucks, but yeah, it happens. And it was funny because like I was joking with him about that stuff, even in those DMs. Like the Tuba crew would use this shit against me and stuff, but it's not your. It's usually like your friends that try to use that shit against him. I called him a goon and a drunk and stuff a couple times. I guess that wasn't cool, so I apologize for that. But yeah, they were in spaces all day, just fighting over this and that, and a lot of it didn't make any fucking sense. But I think what it's coming down to is Tupa and Panda are getting called out and exposed for this shit, dude, and everyone's like freaking out about it. That's really what it looks like to me. It doesn't even seem that complicated. I hung out in with like Lilith and Kimball, and then too. Oh, there's a funny story on this shit too. So Lilith was in a space with like a few of us, but Carl called her a stupid cunt, so we left and went and started our own space. And like Kimball and them followed us over there. But before anyone followed us over there, me and Lilith were just over there talking, and this sock with zero popped up, like zero followers, zeros. And I have it all like recorded. It was a recorded space too. It's on if you want to go look, Lilith UFO is the account, and it would have been the last space. And at the beginning, when it's just us, at the very beginning of the space, wait for the John Smith guy to show up, and it's Logan. It's Logan on a sock. You can tell his cadence. Now I'm gonna say it's allegedly Logan on a sock, but it's Logan on a sock. At one point, when he starts talking about the Egyptian pyramids, because and like what they're doing is they were like broadcasting our conversation into their space over in Logan's space. And like I know this sounds like super like just silly and like not a big deal, but what you got here is two people, me and Lilith, in this space, just us and maybe people were coming and going, but it was mainly just us talking because we're outcast. Neither one of us has over 1,000 followers. And then you got these massive accounts, okay? 50,000, I don't know how many Logan has, like 20,000, whatever. And they're coming into our space and broadcasting it over to theirs as entertainment to inflate their account. Dude, that's loosh vampiring. Like it's the definition of loosh vampiring. And it's to an extent where like we're not even we're like opted out at this point. Like you guys stay over there fighting, we're going to go talk over here. They're coming in and looshing it over there. It's a whole new level of loosh vampiring. Like where like you can't even opt out anymore. And I know he's probably gonna be like, that ain't me, boo. But dude, it was you. Like anyone can go listen. The space is there. He hung out for like 10 minutes, and I DM'd Lil. I was like, hey, this is Logan on a sock. They're probably broadcasting over to his space. Just be nice, and like we'll just be nice to him. And and once we like started just like talking to him, like we didn't know it was Logan on a sock. He left. And like he was friendly at first, but it was the cadence, the like voice cadence. You know how Logan kind of does the rapid talk, like mumbly thing, kind of like Somber does. And there's a couple moments where his voice cracked through the AI. But like it's not even like proving it's Logan that's the problem. It's just like why are you guys doing this shit? Like why? This is like what everything that gets like called out as like systemic harassment, bullying, gang stalking. Is this is it? Like why? And is it because like it? The only reason suddenly people started to pay attention to Lilith is because we were in spaces together, and it makes me feel like such a piece of shit. Because it's like now I'm toxic to be friends with. At first they tried to like retweet her stuff and like be like, "Look what we can offer you." But she didn't fall for it. She was like, "Why do you want to be friends with me now?" And then they started calling her crazy and bringing up things that she said like last year or whatever. I don't get it. And it makes me and it's by design to make me feel like, dude, I don't even want to be friends with anyone because they're going to get that treatment. Like, especially girls. Justice got it. You guys did the same shit to Justice when we became friends. So like, yeah, it's by design. It's so the girl will eventually get like it's no hard feelings, but just they just stop talking to you because you're too much of a liability, and it works usually, and that's what they want. But I know what you assholes are up to. I'm just letting you know, like everything's. You guys have a pattern when you do this shit. Uh, the space you held after the disclosure tonight started circulating, that's your part of your pattern too. First, you do the inviting them in, like you were tagging Fessler, being like, "Come talk, bro, come hang out." And then when they don't come and talk and they don't play into your plan, then you start talking shit and like trying to trigger them and lure them in. And I think if people start recognizing this shit and just don't play with it, go start your own space. Like that's the way to do it. And see how long it takes before they all start following you in. Like it you can take the power away. The follower counts don't mean anything. They really don't. They're all bought anyways. But like, dude, I just started making silly YouTube videos, and all of a sudden, like the power shift. It's really weird. People are hating and spiteful, and I think everyone should start making content. Everyone on UFO Twitter, just flood it. Everyone, content everywhere. That's honestly what I believe, dude. That way everyone has an equal voice. Cause that's it to me. It makes some people have a louder voice than others, and anyone can do it. It's not hard. But they had I didn't I listened to a little bit of the space with the damage control space after Disclosure Tonight started to circulate. And basically what happened in Disclosure Tonight is Panda saw that they were Disclosure Mike was saying like he did, and I did think it was kind of like jumping the gun a little bit for him to just say straight up they're making money, they're getting paid, because I don't think we've proven that. Like, like no one's proven that these guys are getting paid yet, but I think we're close to it. But Disclosure Mike did say, I thought he said, what in these trolls, they're obviously getting paid to say this stuff, and it is obvious to me, but it's not proven right yet, right? And that's kind of what I think is the next step. But when Panda saw that and saw that, oh my, like there's these guys that aren't TJ Felony and KMF that are saying we're trolls and we're getting paid and we're nefarious, they went into damage control mode. And that's what that space was. But like UFO Shane and Chase, like that's who you're gonna go into the battle with, bro. Like